What up, Andreas? It's Durs to you. All right, Durs. All right. That's actually hilarious. Let's quit out of that. Test. That worked. Let's go. We're so back. In fact, I should probably disconnect the whole way because last time the emoji stopped working. All right. So I want to try doing this using a data view here. So let's pass in. Can I pass in the head? Can I get the buffer? I can. We should be able to get const value is going to be data view dot get uint16 buffer offset is 0. Little endian is false. And then we can get rid of this. Is this returned or undefined? I don't know if that will throw. Nice. So we just simplified that. What up, Kraut? I've heard the term RBAC too many times this week, and the work gives me PTSD. What do you mean you don't love working on role-based access controls? It's the only thing to live for. All right, so we've got the header ID decoding and encoding. Decode uint8 to header ID. And not header, yeah. You still got to know what RBAC is, though. Building API endpoints, you got to permission them. Oh man, my freaking neck hurts. All right, so let's parse. We've got that parsed. Did I get to compile a list of VPC endpoints to put in a shared subnet so we don't spend thousands of dollars a month on the same endpoints across many accounts? When do you use console assert? I don't think I've ever actually used in my entire life console assert. Does it throw?
Functions describe the world.
Probably would be useful in some instances, huh? Header from... Yeah, so we need to get the value. Header ID from uint8 array. So let's come in here and say we have const decode header ID. And this is going to be schema I've just never really thought about it, Kraut. In our case, I like know nothing about networking. Schema.decode header ID from uint8 array. And then we can come down here and we can get the ID. And we can yield star decode head. Well, I mean, I know what they are. I just don't know like anything. I don't know like much beyond the surface of those things. Boom. Beautiful. All right, so we got our ID. Now the next thing we need is our QR. We can probably do something super similar to I don't even know if we need that header uint. We probably do. On GMO, I don't know what GMO is. Like farming GMO. Genetically modified. Ask me anything. I am, I don't know. We'll say we're pro GMO. Which country did the best in Eurovision this year, according to you? Whatever country that you did not support, you support the least. Const QR equals yield star effect.void. QR. So to get that now, I think we can do something. I think we can do something super similar here, where we do this, and this will be header QR. And when we decode, we start at position, and this is actually going to be get get in 8. That should be uint. Get uint 16. Yeah. You really shouldn't. Your job is to be the rock star that slings code and creates magical user experience. I don't think I've ever made a magical user experience. You can ask Anders that. I just make experiences that make his life marginally better every couple months. And then in the meantime, I make it marginally worse. All right, Durs. Dur. Metata. Benchmark tooling. No, I've not. I like that API though. I do like that API. Oh, this is actually really nice. This might actually well, this might come in useful, although I need to test I need to more test network IO than I need to test CPU stuff soon. Donors like that one package that refuses to compile, but we love the chaos. Giga Chad. Just keep tinkering. It's all part of the fun in Arch Life. Arch Life! All right. To get QR is at the right here, and we can just get, I think getting a unsigned in 8 would work, right? So if we come down here and we say console.log and mock DNS header dot at 2, or really we should do change in here, new data view, and then we'll just be mock DNS headers dot buffer, and then we do get unsigned int 8 at byte offset 2 and false. Does that one not care about ND in this? 1. Okay, and if we set this to 0, I forget what the QR is. Yeah, okay. That should work. Really, we can just get, I think we can just possibly reach into it. Well, it deals with ND in this for us, so we should use the data view. This will be 2. And then to Hold on, what's the memory layout of this thing again? It's a single bit. And almost, we can't go, I guess we could go back to a, a lot of these are really just one way. Header ID from UN array. Because we're not retaining all of the data. Like, I actually don't think this encode makes a lot of sense. Because it's not the way I'm really using it. I kind of think that I'm kind of thinking that we don't want to use a schema for this after all. I'm thinking we want to do just this and make these maybe. Declined. Yeah, I almost think that these don't need to be schemas across the board. I think we can do something like this. In fact, we can get rid of this too. And then here, we can get rid of this. And we know that the data view is going to be dot get uint16 at byte offset 0. And we also know getting the QR code will be data view dot get uint8. Oh, data view. And we read a byte there. Really, we need to read a single bit, right? Yeah, because like if we just read a byte, we're gonna get all of that, right? Isn't that right? You unsigned in 8. QR. Wait. Shouldn't QR be 1 here? Oh no, because it's set in this position. Yeah. So how do we get to this bit? I think we can get the uint8, so we get this entire and then we can bit mask. I guess we can do that. And it'd be like I don't think I can use the data view.
It's the gospel of the camel. I speak the gospel of the dunes. The sand is in my veins. Come ride a camel with me today.
Gets the uint8 value at the specified byte. Well, I guess we can do that, right? Because we get it at 2. So when we grab at 2, let's get rid of this stuff. Thank you for the sub, by the way, Suyash. Let's get rid of this. We can get rid of this. We'll comment this out. We can get rid of that. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. So when we get the unsigned int at index 2, we're getting from here to here. And then I think we can use bit shifting to get that first bit. Right? We want to shift Is that what we want to do? Something like this. Mark that buffer, and let's say we get console.log dv.get uint8 at offset 2, and I want to get this as .to string, and we'll say we want it in base 2. One. Get unsigned int. Same thing, because we're looking at this right there. 0, 1, 2. Shouldn't I just be grabbing the So if I do this, and we do what we did up above, and we bit shift it, what does this give us? Is one of those zero fill? Maybe not. What is the best way to get the QR bit from the mock DNS header? You need to read the third byte, that's what we're doing, and get its most significant bit, bit 7. The QR bit is the highest bit of the flags field. Read the byte at index 2, shift right by 7, that's what I did, and mask was 0, 1. Oh, that does make sense. That does make sense. Yeah. We were close here. And then if we do, we should see it come out as 1. I think I forgot to save. No? How do I set the... Shouldn't setting this to 1 set QR to 1? So let's forget about... Let's ignore this data view for a second. And we'll do @2. Hello. The betting sites, though, we came in 4th. It's pronounced Odaswar ein Lied. Is there any plugin that Malray added for the AI command or that he custom coded to pronounce queer, Dylan? What's pronounced queer? What up, Raiders? Welcome in. If we set the 3rd byte to 0x11 in mock DNS header, would that set QR to 1? No, answer my question, bro. Answer my question about if we set this to 0x11. You're so annoying. I hate AI. Why do we need DNS Resolver? We need DNS. Are you asking in general, or why am I making a DNS Resolver? That's what we would expect here, right? Like, unsigned int 8 array. One second, chat. I need to text Justine. Would this need to be F instead? I keep forgetting we're in hex. No. So really we would want to do something like, how do I convert, I want to say 0, B, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Is that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay. And we want to change that to hex. Is it hex 16? Is it 8? Convert hex or binary to hex JS. Yeah, to string 16. Yeah. I was right the first time. 16. So that would be 80 here if we wanted to set the first bit. And then we should get, hopefully here, 1. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. And now let's assume, can I use the data view? And we can do dv.get uint8 at 2. And we should get 1. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's exactly what we want. That took a minute. Dude, I wreck my brain so hard on thinking about this stuff. This is so unnatural if you don't do it all the time. All right, so let's go up, and this is gonna be, this was close. We almost did it here. This is gonna be 7, and then we bit mask with just a single bit. And that'll be 0x or 1. So that's our QR, and now we need the opcode. And the opcode is going to equal something super similar to this. We're going to take our data view and we're going to get uint at the offset of 2, which we're going to select right here. And we want to, we're going to we bit shift it both directions. Or no, we can bit shift it. We can bit shift it 1, 2, 3. So we can bit shift 3, and then we can. That should be a mask. Where's my and? I never remember where my and is. There it is. So we get that. And then to get the opcode, we need to and I need to think about this at the binary level, not the hex level. So let's say we do this. Wait, let me just do 4 and then we'll copy that. Yoink. And we've dropped 3. So drop 1, 2, 3. And this is going to be, we want that. Or we want that to stay 0 actually. And these should be 1. Is that 4 positions over there? Or is that 4 bits? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So then we'll take this, and these will be 1s. And that should give us the opcode, right? A DNS resolver is kind of like a server that your device asks for the DNS records. The DNS resolver looks it up and stores it according to the TTL and the zone file from the DNS. Usually, if you don't set anything, you will use your ISP's DNS resolver, but you can also use Google or Cloudflare. How can one make it efficient? Looks simple yet complicated. Dude, DNS is actually like, I really like DNS as a spec because like, it's not super complicated. It's like, it just has like every element of computer science in it. And like, it's got recursion, it's got caching, it's got distributed systems, it's got networking. Says the guy who does not need to troubleshoot it daily. No, I do have to troubleshoot it daily. I think it can be hard to work with, but I also think it's like learning about DNS is a good exercise. And like, I didn't know anything about DNS. Like until my job at Vercel, like my mental model of DNS until I started on domains was like a distributed hash map, which is like not the worst way to think about it, right? Like even the AI was like, think about it like a phone book. I want to see what console.log .toString. I want to set this to, yeah, that. Just F, 0F. Uh, 0x0f .toString. 16. Okay. So we can use that as our max. And that should get us our opcode, right? Our opcode in this instance is actually 0. So let's check if that's what we get as our opcode here. So we get at position 2, we bit shift to the right 3, and then we... Oh wait, that's not quite right, right? Is that? We want to do 0x0f.toString, and I want to put that in base 2. And I really want I don't think that's right. I get the... Because I need that leading... That leading 0 is important. Right? Is this the right way to get the opcode from a DNS header message? Read the third byte, shift right by 3, mask with 0. Yeah. Okay. I did it right, chat. Look at me go. Okay, so we got the opcode. Next we need AA, which is going to be, we're going to go back to our data view, and we're going to get uint at the same place. And then we're going to bit shift. We're just going to bit shift 2, and we're going to do a mask of 0x01, right? Is this correct to get AA? Nice. And we'll kind of do the same thing with TC now. But we'll only bit shift 1. Or we don't even need to bit shift 1. We can just do mask at... Oh no, we do need to bit shift 1. And then our D will be, we don't need to bit shift at all, and we can just mask with that. And we'll ask A again, is all of this correct so far? Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. All right, so next we want to get the array, and this is going to equal data view dot get uint8 at byte offset 3, and we're going to shift it to the, we're basically going to do exactly this. Array, but rather than index 2, we're going to get index 3, which will take from here over to there in memory. And then we'll shift this over to this position, and then we mask it with a single bit, and that will give us 0, 1. And then is this, how many bytes is this? This is 3. Or not bytes, bits, excuse me. Z equals data view dot get in at position 3, and we're gonna bit shift that 4. And then we mask with 0x. We want this in hex. We want 0, 1, 1, 1. Zero B, 0, 1, 1, 1, and let's convert that to hex. 7. Uh, 0x 07 dot 2 string 16. Okay. Okay. Are these correct? Nice. Hell yeah, chat. This is getting a little bit more comfortable working with binary data, as I just never ever do this. So now we need our code. And that's going to be data view, and that's just for, so I think we can just do data view dot get unsigned int 8 at position at offset 3, and I think we can mask it with 0x 0f, right? Is this. Something feels off with my mouse pads. I just love your round camera. I just love you, Cyprian. Is this correct? Nice. All right, so we've got that. We've got our code. All right, so we've got the next ones are super easy because we can just read uint 16s. So then we get const qd count equals data view dot get uint 16 at byte offset 4, Jesus, and we do answer count. I guess that's question count and answer count. This will be at index 5. Name server count, I'm guessing is what that is. And that's at 6. And then I don't know what AR. We'll go look what those are in a second. Const AR count is this, but at 7. And let's make sure these are right. Are these correct? Oh, wreck. Oh, right, because it goes by 2. Yeah. Duh. Yeah, there we go. All right, I think we are able to parse. We want to probably check the length of the array first. So like we did this up above somewhere. I might have deleted the code, which is fine. We can go back and get that. So let's go to our undo tree and jump back to like, I don't know. Where did we start this morning? Somewhere here. And there's going to be a spot where we fail. Yeah, right here. We want to grab that. And we'll jump here. And we can come out of our undo tree. We can close this side. And we'll come in here and we'll check the size. This is going to be options, which we can ignore. And then we'll get the AST. Right? That's the AST? Yeah. And then we'll come down here. And let's just toggle diagnostics because that's annoying. Return parse result dot succeed. And we want to return we can do this will be header.make. And we'll come in here and we'll say we have ID, QR, opcode, AA, TC, RD, RA, Z, rcode, QD, and count, NS count, AR count. Yeah. Number is not assignable to 0 or 1. Sure. Why did that just tab me down there? What the hell just happened there? We'll put that there, and then we'll just, we're basically branding this. We'll say this is a bit. And we'll say AA. We'll do that for all these. TC. RD. And Z. Z does not exist in type. Did we not put the... Z should be in here, right? RZ. Reserved for future use, must be 0 in all queries. Wait, why did we name it RZ? What's the spec call it? They just call it Z. Why did we call it RZ? Does anyone run Pi-hole? Oh, you run AdGuard over Pi-hole. That's been something I want to set up. Is there like anything annoying about AdGuard? DERs? Like, are there any downsides to running it? I have a Raspberry Pi upstairs running that I could do for it. All right, cool. Maybe I'll set that up this weekend. All right, so what is our error here? Let's just ask AI. What is the error? What is happening there? The expected decode return type is an effect of a plain object without union, specifically the return type of union. Transformer fail, parse result. Do I have to yield it? I probably have to yield it. Yield star. Yeah, I knew it. I fracking knew it, chat. Yeah, I just want to set it and forget it. I don't want to play around with it. What is the toggle 2/queries type? We want T and we want type E, and I want this to be inspect query, and I want to do type of schema.uint8 array. Dot type. And what is this encoded? This should probably just be number. Yeah, number array. And then if I do from self, that becomes, yeah, that's what we want. Okay. I love 2/ queries for debugging TypeScript, chat. It's so good. It's literally so good. Let's get this implemented the rest of the way here. Yeah, whatever. And to go back to we can just return new uint8 array, and see if we can get AI implement this. Oh, it uses a text encoder. That's probably not the best way to do it. Encode the JSON string as UTF-8 bytes. I don't want to stringify it. Let's reject that. And we'll say, implement this in the most performant way possible. I guess we need to I actually don't think I want to do that. Const new, we'll say we have our buffer, and this is going to equal a new uint8 array of length. We know it's going to be 12. And then we want to do, let's say this is actually, let's just name this the uint8 array. And then we'll say we want a data view again. And this will be new data view. And we'll pass in the uint8 array.buffer. And then we want to say data view.set uint16 at 0. Yeah, here we go. This is how we're going to do it. I want to go back up, and we can work backwards off of this. We'll set at 16. That'll be false. This will be header.id. And then we can set at index 2. We probably want to maybe we can't set it this way. Finish implementing encode. The hell is that operator? I have never seen that operator in my life. All right, so we get that, we mask it, and we bit shift it to the left. Yeah, we're just setting it back. Does this, I don't know what this operator does. I've never seen that, which is, you know what, maybe I have seen that. I think that came out in the ECMAScript standard a few, 2 or 3 years ago. Explain this operator. Brother? Explain the operator. It's the bitwise or assignment operator. Sets the bit on the left to 1 if the corresponding bytes on the right are 1. And then assigns the A equals A or B. So that ends up, yeah. Okay, that does actually make sense. All right, so let's write a test here. Let's write just like test.ts, and we're gonna use some property testing here. Do we have? If you guys haven't learned about property testing yet, this you guys will be in for a treat. Whether or not you use effect or not, you guys should check out this testing library called FastCheck. FastCheck gets bundled into effect, but I use FastCheck. I've been using FastCheck for a couple of years now, and it's without a doubt the best add to my testing stack, like without a doubt. It basically generates mock data and runs your test like 100 times with different mock data and tests like a property of it. It's like kind of like fuzz testing. It's so good. It's helped me catch so many bugs. Highly, highly, highly recommend FastCheck. And we'll you guys will see how this works here in a second. Whoops. What just happened? Isn't my keybind for that? It's a weird keybind. So I have to do that first. Yeah, it will generate. So I'll show you what this ends up looking like here in a second. Let me get rid of this stuff. We need to install let's bun add at effect/vytest and bun add vytest. Great. This can be a dev dependency, actually. And that can also be a dev dependency. I think that's already sorted correctly. All right, so we can go to, let's go to our test and we'll import describe. I'm gonna have to set up vytest, which is gonna be annoying. At effect/vytest. Describe and we'll just say this is going to be RFC 1035. Let's change the title to implementing RFC 1035 DNS with effect. What would they call, what is the title of RFC 1035? RFC 1035 domain names. Yeah. What up, Priv? Don't know if you worked with Playwright. I'm building a browser Playwright runner, which you can visualize with the embedded browser, but the problem is there's no way to embed the Playwright browser without opening a new window. You could use a iframe, probably. I'm doing well, Priv. And we'll do another describe block, and we'll say header. And we'll come in here, and let's do that. And we need to set up our, I hate setting up vytest testing. It's so annoying. What up, tech support? How we doing? I saw you made some updates to Parserator. I actually considered using Parserator for this, but then decided it was overkill, since I'm mostly just working on binary data. And data views give me controls endianness for me. Let's go here and do vytest.config.ts. And then here, can I just get like what a normal config file should look like? Do I have any vytest repositories? Surely I do, right? I've probably used it for like I'm adamant to find a use case for Parserator at work. I want to teach people about parser combinators. Here we go. This will hopefully have Vyt. Fuck. What did I use to test in here? Oh wait, what is this? Prelude. Do I not have tests in here? Oh, did I just test with bun? I bet I just tested with bun. I guess maybe the repo I'm looking for is melange FFI. Yeah, it's probably this one. And I probably fast check. Damn. Damn. Let's say new chat. Create a default/basic vitest.config.ts. Great. Thank you, AI. Make me not even think about it. And we'll grab, you know what? We don't need globals because we're going to take it from write my npm script. Sure. Good morning, MS. Oh yeah, dude. Fast check will probably help you catch a ton of bugs in Parserator. No offense, but like it's super good. All right, so let's see if we can come in here and let's make how do we want to test here? We probably want an arbitrary. Are there any bounds? Unsigned. Yeah. So let's pipe, and we need to have some schema dot I forget the APIs for these. Positive big int. Positive. I need to go look up at the docs. Dude, schema's gonna get so much better in Effect4. The API, dude, Julio's been cooking on Effect4 or Schema 4. Dude, it looks so, have you seen this? Tech support, the README for, dude, I'm so excited for Effect4. It's gonna be so good. Where's that? Packages, effect, source, or schema readme. It's going to be so much more simple. It just makes so much more sense. The APIs are better. We're getting results instead of either. The API is getting smaller. I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait for this. Effect website. And let's go. Feels like the font just broke, maybe. Down to schema, and we want to do filters, I guess. Yeah, 100%. Number filters. Schema.un8. Okay. Well, I didn't know we had schema UN8. How's that implemented? We can probably yoink that implementation. Const underscore equals schema dot uint 8. uint 8. No, I just want normal uint 8. Extends number.pipe. Oh no, we just VTSLS does this annoying thing where it spins up two language servers. Like right now I have 2 language servers running. Or maybe I don't. Thought maybe I did. Okay. Let's say uint 16. And we'll come in here and we'll paste that. And we want to do basically the same thing. I think we can do, this would be class. Class. Actually, const uint 16 equals schema dot number dot, I think we can do schema dot between and can we replicate this for, I know this isn't 16, but just bear with me, chat. Is that the right syntax? Mm-hmm. 65. Oh my god, I can't copy that. It's so annoying. 65535. 6565. What we say? Already lost it. 535. 535. Yoink. I kind of like the other syntax for this, where we do schema.number, and then we just pipe it to schema.between, and we do
Functions
0
describe
and
the world.
65535. And then we can do, why'd I delete that? We can do dot. Oh, does between get some, does this get annotations? Nice. Identifier, this will be uint16, and we'll say description is going to be a 16-bit unsigned integer. Nice. Nice, chat. Now we can come up here and we can use this schema, right? We can delete this random thing, and we can say, get rid of that guy. This is now 16-bit, so we'll just say uint16. Oh, you son of a bitch. We'll paste that in like a helper file at some point, but it's fine. This is also a 16-bit uint16. This is also a uint16, also uint16, 4-bit field. Is there a word for, is there a word for 4 bits? Nibble. We got a freaking nibble, chat. Max nibble. Range of a nibble. We'll do the same thing. I love nibble. Yoink. And we'll say we got a nibble. And that goes to 15. A 4-bit unsigned integer. What is the size of Z? Z is 3. What do we call that? Is there a word for a 3-bit number? I keep doing this where I don't press tab. All right, we'll just make 3-bit. We'll say yoink. Can I start this with, no. U 3-bit? No, I don't even know how. What would you name a schema that parses a 3-bit number? Yeah, uint 3 is right, actually. Yeah, why didn't we just think of that? 0 to 7. uint3. Uint3, that goes to 7, a 3-bit unsigned integer. This is actually nibble. So where's Z? We say uint3. And then we can have a bit. I don't think schema has a bit. Schema dot bit. No, we'll do we could possibly add these to schema in a pull request. So let's copy you, yoink you, and we'll come down here. And we'll say this is going to be a bit. Yeah, I know I have another bit already. It's okay. I think we can say literal. And then this would be dot annotations, and then we can put that in there. Star. All right, so we have that, and we'll call this a bit. I don't know, 1-bit unsigned integer. Sure. That's good enough for now. And this can be just make. Oh, I can't just do call make on that? This will take a number, and it's going to return a bit, and we're just gonna say value as bit. It's fine. In fact, there's probably a better way to do that. Let's just cast inline. It's fine. Oh, you son of a bitch. All right, we need to actually do this. Get rid of that. Go there. What the hell? Get rid of that one. Right? Yeah, that's what we want there. Is this AI of Ronnie Radka? Is this legit? Ohio is for emo kids. Canadian softball. That's so funny. That is so funny on so many levels. There's so much packed into this song title and band name. If you know, you know. That's all I can say is if you know, you know. Pick me up and drive to Warped Tour. This is so funny. There we go. And we can get rid of this. And I'm totally fine with those casts. My mind. This is like my childhood, my teenage years being made fun of. Opcode, a 4-bit field. This is so funny. 3 years. Durs, get out of here. Sir, this is not Haskell. That's hilarious that I thought this was Haskell. Not gonna lie. It broke syntax highlighting in here. I wonder where it actually broke. Making fun of Green Day. It must be the JS doc. Dude, it just breaks syntax highlighting. That's so bad. We'll restart. I think it's just... Yeah, dude. Something about the syntax highlighter here, it just like can't figure its shit out. At least we can do something like that. Let's copy this. I want to tweet this. It's so funny, I lost my formatting. Shift tab. This is so annoying. All right, let's copy and paste this, and we're just gonna go over here and do a vnew. Whoops, that's not vnew. Vnew. Paste that in here. Oh, that is formatted correctly. This is so funny, chat. I am thoroughly enjoying this freaking Sunrise Skater Kids. I have heard Sunrise Skater Kids at least before. That's a familiar one. All right, is there a better color here that I want to go with? The Vercel one is generally pretty good. This one I like because it shapes it in. I've been digging the 11 Labs. We'll copy that and we'll go get the tweet ready. So we'll come over here and we'll add that. And then we're gonna come and add the schema itself. We'll get rid of that. I kind of want to get this to one line. Let's do a new header instead and see if that gets us better formatting. What? What did we do wrong here? That should be an identical thing. What's the error? Const header equals Schema.variance. What is a schema.variance? Why can't I just do new header? Shouldn't I be able to do that? Maybe I do need to use make. I guess we could, to make this a little bit nicer for a tweet, we could come in here and we can say const header equals header dot make, and we can drop that down, and then we can do this, and we'll do a macro here, and we'll say delete find space, find the equal sign, replace that with that, find this, replace it with that, go down, and
I'm so tired.
hi. What's up?
Hi. I'm tired.
You're tired?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean?
What made you tired?
I don't think I slept good. And knowing I have to go socialize again today is hard.
Why didn't that work?
Describe
QQ.
the world.
Delete find space, find that, replace with that, find that, replace with that. Down, over, at Q.
I mean, it's red, so it's not working.
It's fine. That goes here.
Ooh, now you have even more red.
It's okay.
I thought
We're
red was
cooking.
bad.
We're cooking. I got it. Show dogs a riot, they said.
They're eating.
They're eating right now.
I think Winnie's licking everyone's bowl. Hold on. I'm on it.
And then we're gonna go back over here and we're gonna paste this in. We're gonna get rid of that bottom line. And we're gonna copy image, and we're gonna come over here and we're gonna say not your mother's JavaScript. And we'll add description RFC 1035 parsing. Is it not your mother's or is it not your father's? Is the expression or I keep fucking this up.
Hey.
Not your father's. Why is my parents getting dragged? What? Good morning, Winnie. Oh, we gotta do her ear.
Yep. You can smell it.
I think I still want to do not your mother's. It's kind of a little bit more provocative. Have you heard not your mother's something like for something that's new instead of old?
No.
Like, or is it not your father's?
There's not your father's root beer.
And what's that mean?
It's alcoholic root beer.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just the name of it.
Not your father's expression.
Yeah, no.
Not your stepsister's JavaScript.
Oh no.
Kind of like it.
Oh no.
Not your mother's.
Not. Reddit, why do women say I am not your mother?
Oh, dude, not your father's JavaScript.
Damn.
All right. 1 second, chat. We got to do Winnie's ear.
Come here, baby.
Good job, Winnie.
She said no thank you.
Come
Actually,
on.
I'm gonna hide under the desk.
It's okay. Come here. Come here. Sit.
I gotta get your left ear, love. I know, this is gonna be awful, and then you're gonna get zoomy.
It's okay. Hey, stay. It's okay. You're okay. You're okay. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, see, that's gonna make your ear feel so much better. Yeah, now you're getting ear rubs and it feels so good. Yeah, good girl.
Oh, you have whacked your head.
Oh, goodness. Oh, zoomies. We got zoomies. What was that? Good girl. Good girl. I know. Spins. Good girl. She wants butt scratches. Oh, you're getting butt scratches now. Oh, you're getting butt scratches. Does it feel good? Oh, I know. Alright.
Alright, Bodhi's gonna come in hot. Brace yourself.
Yep. Good morning, Bodhi. Oh, yes. Say good morning to chat, Bodhi.
Hi, babe. Hi. I know. You're so good.
Easy, Bodhi.
He's easy. He's doing good.
I hate when these get bumped. Hi, chat. Alright, bud. Down.
What's up, guys? So no riot now?
No riots.
Okay, great.
Versapin said hi. I think Versapin's the one that threatened riot.
Yeah. No, that's right.
Riot canceled.
Riot canceled. There must be some type of drug in it. Winnie, don't.
Oh, by the way, chat, my talk from React Miami is up.
Wow. Three tails. All right. Come on, kiddos.
Go, Winnie. Out. Here we go. Come on. You always act like you want to stay in here, and then the minute I shut the door, you pout.
Yeah.
They let you in at React Miami? Yeah, I don't know who decided to let me. I tricked 500 React developers in person and a couple thousand online into learning about monads without ever using the word monad. I have no idea. I was watching her do it earlier. It was interesting. No. No. I don't think the translator was there live. Dude, schema is so cool. All right, let's write the test for this. I got distracted. And let's go back down here. This will be uint array from self. And this is just header. Yeah. Parse result flat map. Oh wait, hold on. We got a good comment there. Mike gave me a good comment. All right. So we have this. Let's write the decode. Const decode header is going to equal schema.decode, and then we pass in header from uint 8 array. And then we want to do a const encode header, and this will be schema.encode header from uint 8 array. And we can do the sync versions of this as well. So we can come in here and just say, how do we want to do this? I don't think I can do that in one shot. Actually I can. We can do code, and we can say code sync. Yeah, nice. Who needs multiple cursors, chat? So console, I'm gonna try that console.assert thing. This takes a condition. So we should say decode sync header. Guess we probably should have tweeted this before testing it, but YOLO. To the get money for not using cursor again, what would be if it was raycast or v0? I could easily not use either. I love raycast. Out of like, I use raycast more than I use v0. That one would suck more, but I would just go back to using like, was it Alfred? I have a bunch of custom Alfred stuff written over the years. I don't know how console.assert works. All arguments beside value are used as an error message. Encode or decode encode. Was not equal. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Oh, obviously. Yeah, that's dumb. We want this to be mock DNS header. Yeah, now it's equal. So, boom. Our encoding and decoding works. Raycast, yeah. I find some decent value in Raycast AI. I use it in place of ChatGPT, where I was like tabbing to a new browser tab often. Sounds like skill issues. All right, so let's
Functions describe the world.
write test here. So let's get back to our test file, rfc.test, and here we can jump into here and we can say effect, or how is this? We want it, and I think it dot, is it effect? And then how do I do a property test? It dot property dot prop. Can I do it dot effect dot prop? I can. Nice. So we're gonna want to make a we want a, let's say, const arbitrary DNS header uint 8 array, and this is going to be arbitrary, I don't know which one it is. Dot make schema dot uint 8 array from self dot filter, and then we'll say r, and we'll say r dot length is equal to 12. Yeah, so now we can make arbitrary, basically this is a mock data generator. Do you know what time that guy's gonna be here?
Sometime between 9:30 and 10:30. We should probably pick up the dog.
Yeah, I will when I get done streaming.
When you get done streaming, what if he's here before then?
Then I will pick it up. Fine, I'll go do it in a minute. Let me figure out the syntax for this quick. Chad, I have to go pick up dog shit real quick. So we got like a guy coming for a quote in our yard, and like the dogs took a shit this morning, and you know, I gotta be a good homeowner. We don't want to affect small. We want to affect packages, and we want to go to EffectTS and show me how to do. Do they not have the examples of using? I guess we'll have to go to grep.app, and we can do it.prop. And we want the language to be TypeScript.
You're both so pretty.
You're
jealous.
Space. Something like that. Here we go.
You're jealous because I oh my goodness.
Dot prop, it dot prop. Maybe we just look for. We'll have a better time doing effect/bytest. I think it is. I like grep.app a lot. I want to find one that's outside of.
Oh.
I guess I can just look at the type signature. I'm being lazy.
These.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh.
It dot scoped. Come on, Lucas. You're my last hope. I think, whatever, we'll just figure this out. So it.prop takes, what do you take? The function takes a name, arbitraries, the testing function, we get the arbitraries. Okay, it's like the same thing. All right, so it takes the test name, it successfully, I always spell successfully wrong. The mouse out here, decodes a uint8 array to a header. And then we're gonna have our arbitrary DNS, and then we should get that here, uint8 array. And then this would be a effect.gen. In fact, that can just be an effect.function untraced. Let me make sure that is what I think it is. It should give us. Let's start with effect.gen. Function star. Where do we have? We're missing. Goddamn, I hate. That closes that. That closes the function in there. That closes that. That closes that. Right? Hold on here. Let's break this down to another line. Let's make it easier to read here. All right, so we open this, we open this, we close that, we close this. We can have a comma there. This closes that, that closes that, and that closes that. This should be a uint8 array. Yep. So this should be our uint8 array. So this test will generate random uint8 arrays right here, over and over again. I'll run it it'll run it 100 times basically. And then we'll come in here and we'll say const result equals, we want to do effect.exit, and we'll do decode header. We'll import that, and we'll pass in the uint8 array, and then we'll say expect exit dot is success result dot to be true. I'll just do to be true. Oh, we need to yield that. Yield star. So let's run this test. So if we do, what is it in our package JSON again? Test. Bun test. Bun run test. Cannot find package test. Why isn't that running my npm script? I just do npm run test. Missing script test. Literally, no, it's right here. Bun run test watch. I think it's taking a long time to generate.
Guestbook?
Oh, that's cute. Ooh. Ooh. I like it.
Ship it?
Ship it. I think it's just taking an insanely long time to generate the arbitrary. So if we go in here, let's go back to our arbitrary, and we're going to do this slightly differently. I wonder if there's an array filter, and there's surely a length array filter, right? In effect, I should be able to do dot pipe and do like schema dot length. Can this take a exact number? Yeah, or 12. Oh, that's for strings. All right, hold on. Let's get our docs up. and we'll go to filters, and let's say read-only array filters, max items, the exact items count. So it'll be schema.items count. Items count. That's lame. All right, if we want to make our own arbitrary, then yeah, this thing is just taking forever because it's trying to generate. So what's happening here, the reason this test is taking forever is because it's trying to generate uint 8 arrays, and then it was running that filter to 12. So it's constantly just rerunning over and over and over again, trying to generate this. So the way we can do this is something like, gosh, I'm never going to remember this syntax.
Describe the world.
It's like fc dot arbitrary fc dot uint array. Oh, here we go. Max length will be 12, and then we'll say min length for the lowest, smallest possible. Min length is 12. There we go. That should be.
Did you find the syntax?
Just now.
Well,
Let's try running this now. There we go. So that probably should have, I think that ran a bunch of times. We could say, I'm curious if I do yield star effect.log here, if we see that. Nice, almost 200 bucks.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so here you can see how many times this test ran. It generated that many different iterations of that array and tested it that many times. So like if we wanted to see what like the uint 8 array is, we could do this. That's the beauty of property testing. It just generated these random ass arrays over and over and over again. And we could look at, come down here and we could just do, whoops. We could do input is the uint 8 array, and then the output is result dot value, and it's fine. We're just gonna do that. And you can see it parses for each of these. So we get all this test coverage for free for the value of one test. I'm gonna go pick up dog shit here, quick chat. But while I'm doing that, we're gonna get full stack dev. Please implement an exhaustive test suite using test suite using fast check and EffectTS in slash file. Why did it? That's annoying that it like just nuked my. Please finish implementing an exhaustive test suite using fast check and EffectTS in RFC for I think I have to add another file, so it's gonna possibly nuke data file system. I think we want, if I come up here, if I do file, there we go. We'll see how that does. Rip. Wonder why that failed. We never actually wrote the tests.
Hey Dylan, I gotta
go. Okay, I'll take care of it.
go. Do you want, like, I'll go outside with you quick though, if you want me to, like, explain.
Alright, chat, I will be right back. Now it's gonna pause the music quick. Let me make sure that's still playing. Alright. Okay.
Okay, great, thanks. Sorry, I've been sitting around and I'm getting close to my time. more attention. Great, and then we'll be back.
Okay, bye. Okay, we're back. All right, let's jump back in here. Have to listen for the door. All right, so we got the header tested. All right, where are our errors in here? Oh yeah, we need to do, this needs to be effect.exit. The last song was absolutely cranking my motherfucking hog. We want to listen to it again? All right, let's get these as exits. I don't know why I didn't run this as an exit. We'll say if exit dot is failure decoded dot value. I mean, I guess we can. I wonder if I can just do it without the exit. Like, is it gonna get pissed? Oh no, I can do that. All right, let's all right, that's a pretty good property test. All right, so we do that, decodes all zero header. Okay. Decoding. All right, so let's run these tests. Nice. Noise chat. So each of these tests is running, I think, 100 times. We can see this again, like if we come in here and we say yield star effect dot log sync, and we do console dot log run, and we'll just put this. We'll put this here. We'll put it here. We'll put it here. Whoops. Here, 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 and here. And when we run this, we should see a ton of logs. Yeah. Look at all those tests we're getting for free. That is the beauty of property testing. I'm hoping to get this merged into the platform package for Effect, and I also do need a DNS resolver that works with Effect. And the reason we were originally just going to wrap the Node.js DNS resolver, but it kind of sucks. There's some gotchas. And like one big thing that forced my hand is when you resolve a TXT record, it doesn't bring back the TTL, like it doesn't bring back the full record. It just resolves an array of strings rather than the full record type, which I don't know why they would do that. So we are writing our own, and we're gonna write it from the ground up and implement the actual spec. Look at all those chickens. I'm gonna actually make a new repo and get this pushed. We can probably repurpose this. And let's rename this to effect RFC 1035. Can I save that? Is it just gonna work? Okay, great. Save it. And let's grab this, and we'll come in here, do this. We'll do a git init, and we'll git remote set origin. Is that not what it is? Add origin. Init commit git push force with lease. We don't even need to force with lease, we just want to force. Yeah, and that should override that. Yep, here we go. And this should be a public repo now. Yeah, great. Nice. What yes, I actually do need this for domains at work. I'm not gonna need it immediately, or well, the sooner I have it, the better. Because I don't want to wrap some random other node library. Dude, this is so cool. Let's go through and do what I think what Mike suggested. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's so similar. That's so similar to what I'm doing.
Functions describe the world.
Thank you for the follow, Kubi. So it would be, if we did that, I think Mike is suggesting we come in here and we do it would be something like const underscore equals parse result dot flat map, and that just takes a function. How would you do this? Just return a new parse result dot succeed. Yeah. Okay, so we can do that. This would be parse result dot flat map. This becomes just a normal function. This doesn't have yield. And then down here, why isn't that good? We actually don't need to flat map either. Yeah, that should be fine actually. And let's run our test again and make sure that holds. Yep. Okay, cool. That's a nice improvement. Yes, that is what I meant. 1 second, chat. I might need to, Yep, I gotta go, chat. I gotta wrap up. I'm not even gonna end stream. I'll be back.
functions describe the world.
How are there 50 of you guys still here? Good Lord. Let's, I got to raid and run here, so we'll get the rest of you over to a new stream. Props, we got Prime. Let's raid Prime. I don't even know where my audio's at this point. All right, y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Made some good progress today. We've got good strategies for parsing binary now, so stoked about that.